Hello lovely people, welcome back to my channel. This is a beaded fringe pendant for multiple uses, like a charm for a bag, a pendant for necklaces, like a holder for keys. So if you've been wondering how to do this, please stick and stay with me and let's get started. So you're going to put 30 beads on a thread. Now I'll list the materials in the description box, so don't worry. I'm using just one color bead, which is red, so there's nothing to worry about. So this is a peyote stitch that I'm doing. So this might be a beginner friendly because it's not something difficult to do. I'm starting with a 30 or an even count number. In peyote there's something called the even count. So it's even count because the number that I'm using, or the number of beads, is 30. So therefore when you begin to add your beads, it should finish in the end. It should be even. Okay, so watch how I'm able to do this. Now you push one bead down to give a space, you hold it firmly, and then you push through the next bead, and then you pull the thread out. Okay, whilst you do this, please hold the tail of your thread firmly so the beads do not fall off. So basically this is how you are going to see the rest of them. Okay, so when you pull it out, you're going to have 3 beads like that, one bead on top and 2 other beads down on top of each other like that. And then the next, you're going to push one bead down, push one bead down, and then pick a bead already with a needle, push one bead down, and then you're going through the next bead with your needle that has a bead on it already. Okay, like so. Okay, so it's going to be like this until you finish. Okay, so this is the basics of a peyote stitch. You go through the next, all right. Whilst you pull, please pull the other side of the thread firmly. Okay, so now this is what we have in the end. Okay, one on top of 2 beads. So I'll turn at the end and start to add the other layer. And so you see the beads that is sticking out. This is what you are going to put the needle through. You're still picking one bead, so you're going to be one bead throughout, through all the beads that are sticking out on the sides. This is a basic of a peyote stitch, so please, I'm making a pendant, a fringe pendant to add to my necklace. Okay, yeah, you can even add it to your bag as a pendant as well, it doesn't matter, but this I want to use it on my bead crochet necklace. So you keep going like this, and whilst you push it through, you hold it firmly, okay, to get a nice effect after. Now hold the tail firmly, hold the bead in between your index finger and thumb, and keep working on it. Keep adding your beads. Okay, and whilst you pull the other end. I'll see you when I'm done. So this is my second layer. So in peyote stitching, or peyote stitch, we add beads from up to down sideways. Okay, so this is my second layer. We'll turn and then we'll add my third layer. So whilst you do it, please try to hold it firmly, okay, so that in the end it's going to stand firmly, or else it's going to either bend or not look nice. Oops, I feel I'm out. So you will see that the beads are sticking out. Continue to add the beads to the beads that are sticking out on the side. Yeah, so this is how we do. Okay, continue to add. This is my third layer actually. Just continue to add it on the beads that are sticking out on the sides. Yeah. The whole idea is to make more layers. Maybe about, I have made a third layer, I'll make like say 8 more layers to see. The whole idea is for me to, you know, now I'm done with the third layer. I'll continue to add more layers and then get back to you. I'd have to fold and then zip up the whole thing. I'll make you understand what it means by zipping up, okay, after I've gotten the layers I'm looking for. Yeah, all right. So I have 10 layers in my hands, and so I'm going to close it up. So I mentioned closing up or zipping up. This is what I meant by zipping up. You're going to close, or you're going to fold it together, then go through the beads as you move. Okay, so I'm going to go through all the beads that are sticking out. Okay, so watch carefully how I do this. If you've not done this before, or if you're wondering how this is done, this is how to do it, please. If you're a beginner, this is how to do it. Peyote or Peyote is a very beautiful stitch that I think every beader should learn and be able to do. So even after I'm done, I can add earring hooks to it and make it a pair of earrings as well, but I'm going to make fringes out of this one. I'm going to add fringes to it, so please watch out. So now I'm done, and so I'm going to go through it one more time to make it stronger, so that the beads do not come out, or the thread doesn't loosen. Though it's a really strong thread, but I'm still going to go through the beads one more time. So you pull the thread very slowly, yeah, so it doesn't tangle up. This is an embroidery silky thread that I use for most of my beads, my work. So if you're not used to this, you feel like you don't want to use this anymore, but don't lose hope, just keep going. And this is what handmade is all about. So we'll get to the end and then start to add the fringe to it. So at this point, I have gone through all the beads one more time or twice. So I'll start with the fringe. So I'm going to pick 10 beads. I'll pick 10 beads now. I'm doing that. So this is a time for you to learn how to fringe. In case you don't know how to fringe, this is how to do it. You pick your beads, the number of beads you want. I have picked 10 beads, and then you push one bead down, you go through the next bead, and then you go through all beads. Then you go through the same bead from where the thread is coming from. You pull out your needle together with the thread. Okay, and then you make a fringe. So this is how it is. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go through one bead or two beads and then do another fringe. This is because I don't want them to be bulky. Okay, so in any case, you are going to build a fringe from up to down. So whilst you are going up, it's going to cover most of the spaces. So I'm going to leave some space whilst or go through some beads without fringe whilst I go up. And when you don't do this, it's going to be bulky, and you're going to find your pendant very heavy. Okay, so try to go through some of the beads without fringing. Yeah, so I'll put another. It's going to be 10 fringes in all, 10 beads in all the whilst you fringe. All the fringes are going to be 10 beads. So with this, I'm going to go up. I may add some more beads down, and then I go up from here. So this is basically how it's going to be. Since I'm not done, I'll continue to go through some of the beads without putting a fringe, so as to make it a little lighter. And these spaces are going to be covered by the fringes, so don't worry. Just try to create some spaces whilst you move around. And you see, as you can see that I'm not even doing it step by step. I'm trying to scatter the fringes around, just to create some space, or else it's going to be very bulky and heavy, and then in this way it's not going to even look nice. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do until I'm able to get to the top. The fringes are going to cover the spaces. Don't leave too much spaces anyways. Just some 3-4 space, and then you put a fringe. After every 3 to 4 space, 4 beads, you put a fringe. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, so I'm trying to get a bead after putting through some of the beads. Then I'll finally put a fringe. Okay, so we are still the fringes are 10 beads. Every fringe is made up of 10 beads. Okay, don't forget that. If you want to put more than 10, it's up to you, but this is what I'm doing. I don't want it too long as well. I'm just avoiding the pendant being too heavy, so and they take a lot of beads as well, so I'm just trying to avoid that. You pull it very, very softly so it doesn't tangle. The thread do not tangle whilst you pull. All right. Okay. Yeah, so you're going to do this, leaving 3 to 4 spaces, and then you move up. So this is basically what this fringe is going to look like. Yes, and the thread got finished, so I'll show you how I add my thread to the project. So you're going to go through some of the beads from the top, and then you go down. This is to make the thread strong, or to secure the thread whilst you add your fringe. Okay, so it's very necessary that when the thread is finished and you are adding, you go through some of the beads, okay, so as to make it stronger. Sorry if sometimes I go off camera, but you know, it's because I zoomed it for you to see it properly. That is why you see it like that. Yeah. As you can see, I'm going through some of the beads. This is quite annoying sometimes when it gets tangled to the fringe, but it's okay. So just pull the thread slowly when you do that, so it doesn't get tangled. So at this point, I'll stop and start with the fringe again. I'll go down one more time and start with the fringe. Now I don't not I want to remind you that when you are doing this, please don't you know, do this closer to one another, closer to every bead, or else it's going to get so heavy. It's going to be too cumbersome, you know. It's going to be too much on one layer, and by so doing you may lose a lot of beads and then eventually make it too heavy, and this may even make you stop because you will never finish. Okay, yes. So whilst you do this, try as much as possible to create some space when you do this. Okay, when you put fringe. So I'll go ahead and add another. I've started my fringe. I'll add another fringe. So if you don't know how, you just joined me. This is how to do it, to add a fringe. So you give a space, you put one bead down and then go through the other beads, and then you put the needle through the bead which has the thread, the working thread, and you pull your needle out slowly. Don't rush when you are doing this. Just pull it slowly so that it doesn't get tangled, and then you hold the project in your other hand. Now looking at this, you realize that there's a bead in between them, you know, so they are not very close to one another. So each fringe has 10 beads. Each fringe has 10 beads. I'll pick my fringes again, my beads to make the fringe. Make a space, put one bead down, go through the rest of the beads like you see. Then you go through the bead that has the thread, the working thread. And you pull it gently. So when it's difficult, you use your long nose pliers to pull it out, if you have. Yeah. So basically, this is how it's going to look like. Now, when you are going through the beads, please just always position the thread down, the needle down. Okay, now this is what I mean. But when you are going, see, you are going through it upwards, just try to let it face downwards like you see now. Okay, let it face downwards, so that when you add the fringe, it's going to look downwards, it's not going to look up, or else it's going to look up, and you know, it's going to look a little bit awkward. It won't look nice. Okay, so all the fringes are looking down. Stay tuned. So basically, this is what I was looking for. I mean, I'm really impressed with the final look, and you could see that there's a thread around the last end, and this is to be able to secure the pendant when I add my bead cap to it. So I'm going to go ahead and apply some glue to, on top of the thread, and then add my bead cap to it. Yeah, so finally says that you can add this as a charm to your bag or to your purse. So basically this is just beaded pendant, okay, a fringe beaded pendant. Yeah, so I'll leave this for 24 hours to get dried. So finally I've been able to put everything together. After 24 hours, everything is hard and dried together. And I added my jump ring and this other hook that I'm holding, and the whole idea was to do a pendant for this bead crochet necklace. Now it can also be added as a charm on a bag. It can also be added on your keychain or your car chain, everything chain, okay, and it's still going to give that unique look. Thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for liking. Keep sharing, keep liking, and keep commenting, okay? And see you on my next tutorial. Have a nice day. Bye bye.